Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright, and this is going to be a live stream group healing. So I'm going to double check that this is working. So you can go ahead and text hi. If you want, and I'll text something too. Hi. So I just got my first text chat. So thank you. All right, good. Well, I already know it's working. Just with the one response, hey, you get another one, thank you. And I already know we have people in multiple countries watching too, which is super cool. So I'm waiting for a few more text chat hellos. I can just give the basic info. This is going to be, hi, this is going to be a group healing. It's the final healing in a set of 3 healings that is for 80 people in 9 countries. Meaning these people are currently in these 9 different countries. Most of them live there. Sometimes there's like vacationers in different countries, but this time I think everybody's in their home country. The theme of these 3 healings is work-life balance. So they're all live streamed, so the other 2 already happened, so they're already as saved videos you can watch. They'll have work-life balance in the title, and they came right before this one. Because the triplet set healings, which is what this is there's a healing on Friday and Sunday and Tuesday. Hi. So it'll be a lot of general healing too, not just work-life balance. And the reason for that is just because it's necessary. You can't, if you have people courting you, you can't really work on your specific issues. You gotta have all the basics first. So like a whole aura, big wide flowing grounding, flowing pretty much unblocked chakras. Those are some basics that you need to get before you go in depth more on work-life balance or giving and receiving, which we will be doing as well during this live stream healing. Hey. So yeah, it's cool. We got people from different countries, and we have people, some that are just watching, and they didn't get a chance to purchase, or they just, probably some people will be watching who, it's just not in their finances to purchase. But it is pretty cheap, just so you know. Like, because I know sometimes when people don't mention prices, it's because it's so expensive. I never like that. They're not talking about pricing at all. It's usually way expensive, but that's not true in this case. So I should, in order to not be like that, I should talk about pricing. So my group healings at this time, September 2019, they're not like at what I could charge for them. They're just at what I can afford, like as low as I can afford to make them, basically, because I just want everyone to have the opportunity. So the triplet set of 3 group healings is $50 US. That's the standard rate. And then there are financial need rates if that is not affordable. They go down to $30 US for the set of 3. Hi, everybody. So, and then the Healing Masterclass, I do want to mention right up front, because that's in less than a week now. It's this coming Sunday. The Healing Masterclass is its own healing package, just that one healing. It's longer, it has more archangel involvement. They'll be telling me messages here and there during it to just kind of guide the healing and what we work on. And I'll say out loud the messages. That'll be Archangel Ariel and Jophiel. And the healing will be a little bit longer than one of these healings. So that's the Healing Masterclass, and that is also $50 US is the standard rate, and then incremental rates below that if that standard rate is not affordable to you. So there you go. I talked about pricing, so I'm not one of those people whose prices are so high they don't even mention them. But anyway, you're also totally welcome to just watch and not, pay to receive a healing. Just watch and heal yourself as you watch. That's, of course, fine. Hey. Most people, I do know who they are, but it's okay if I don't know who you are too, But if you want me to know who you are, just later, you can email me and say, hey, this YouTube ID, blah blah blah, that's me, and this is my first and last name, and if I don't already know you, you could just introduce yourself a little if you want. But I'm happy to have people. It's okay, if I don't know you, you can watch me too. It's not. I'm very like no strings attached. I don't like these like closed group kind of things where you're a secret member and now we have this little private club. So if you don't want to tell me who you are, super fine with me, because you're still a sacred person. All right. So people said hi. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the enthusiasm. Super cool. And let's see if my hair should be more enthusiastic, I think. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Enthusiasm from the hair. The guy that did my hair, we decided to call it bedhead. That's the style I'm actually going for. Anyway, okay, cool. So like I said, it's going to be general healing on chakras, aura, grounding, but it's also going to be extra stuff that I see people need. And it's also going to be theme related on work-life balance, on giving and receiving. And also my favorite sub-theme that has arisen during this set, which is having a healthy balance between personal life work and personal life play. So, a lot of times when people on their days off, maybe they're just so exhausted they don't do anything, or maybe they just don't do enough that's fun, or maybe you do the stuff that's fun, but then you don't have time for the stuff that's personal, but like it's tasks that you were supposed to do. So I think if you heal those spaces of work, personal work, and personal play, heal all those. So we're going to be doing that in this healing. So the 3 healings, the Friday healing, September 6th, work-life balance, 2019, the Sunday healing that we did, September 8th, 2019, work-life balance, and this one, you could do all 3. You could watch the videos of all 3 or participate, watch all 3, but they're all unique, but they all complement each other. Okay, good. You get it. All right. I already said hi to all the participants, the 80 people, and if you don't know, they don't have to watch. I mean, they can watch live. A lot of them like watching live, but because they tend to say that it makes them feel the healing more when they're consciously a part of it. But they don't have to be. The healings work either way. So you could be asleep, you could be at work, you could be, dealing with 3 children at home and not watching. It works anyway. Okay, cool. So exciting. So for starters this time, the angels are suggesting red grounding for everybody. Usually I say red or orange or yellow are all great colors for grounding. And if you feel strongly about one of those right now, that's fine too. But for the participants, the angels are suggesting to start at your favorite shade of red for your grounding. So grounding really wide. Grounding I think works best as wide as your whole aura. So Akudal, her aura is about this wide probably. So wide grounding all the way, all around you, all the way down to the core of the earth. Keep it wide. You just create it with your thought, even if you can't see energy yet. And so I'm just helping. So you can, everything that I'm doing, you could do it to yourself. You could heal yourself as you watch. Gold light comes out of chakras in the hands. Well, energy comes out of all chakras, period. And you have a big chakra in the palm of each hand. And then you also have fingertip chakras, which are unsung heroes as well. Very cool. So energy's coming out of these, and then you just set them with your intention to vibrate at gold. And that way the energy comes out at that color. And that's just because gold is not too high, like white would be way too high in my opinion. But gold is like a nice sort of lubricant, spiritual, helps you let go. So anyway, just, you can imagine a copy of your grounding out in front of you if you want, and just comb through it. And so I'm helping the participants with that. And I'm going to do a little bit of aura repair, because if you skip it, it's not pretty. I mean, if you repair your aura regularly, which I always recommend, I'll link the aura repair videos below after the live stream's over. Aura repair is way easier to learn than you would imagine. I mean, it sounds kind of, aura repair, oh my goodness. But, even any newbie doing my 18-minute aura repair, gold buffer zones video could learn it. First time they'd probably do a pretty good job. Second time they'd do an excellent job. It's not rocket science. So I'm just helping everybody with some aura repair and overall aura flow if they don't need the aura repair. So this is kind of a unique situation where we've been doing 3 healings within 5 days, right? So this is the third healing. And so this is a situation of enhanced growth, enhanced releasing, to go through that. So it helps bring forward, like, okay, well, what happens? Are there any issues if you just keep growing and growing? Are there extra tweaks that you need to make that a really good experience? And yeah, like above your head, you need really good flow up there. I'll put that, there's a video I have, it has Demo Positive Change Rain in the title, Demo Positive Change Rain. But I'm working just above the head and then above the top of the aura with everybody, all the participants. So I like to just imagine, like, okay, just like maybe put this here to represent the top of your head, just so you kind of keep track of where you're working, and then you're combing right above the top of your head with gold light. Hi, everybody. So, and again, this is because, if you weren't growing a lot, it might not be as necessary to do. But, after the 2 triplet healings already, like, you're growing a lot, like, no two ways about it. At least you're trying to grow a lot. You're in the process of growing a lot. So unblocking above the head is really good for that. Because it's like you're trying to bring in new energy of yours. And so it creates a bit of a traffic jam if you can't bring it all in. And you can't bring it all in if you have blockages here. So then it's like you have blocks here, and then the energy's like, your new energy's trying to come in, and you're like, oh, gee, I don't feel right, Janet. I don't know why. So if you just unblock here, then all of a sudden the new energy comes in, and you're like, oh, nice. Oh. So I would say that's one of the 2 things that comes out a lot during this triplet set, triplet sets in general, like because it's the state of increased growth, and then there's another healing and another healing. So like I get to help people address, what happens when you're already growing you know, what's next, what happens. So, you know, having nice flow up here, like I said, really helps that extra growth to feel good. So really there's not, I mean, that could help any of the participants or anybody that, you know, follows these videos and uses my stuff a lot. You know, you probably are in that state of like having extra growth. So unblocking up above is nice for that. And that video demo, positive change rain, is a nice walkthrough of that kind of thing. And then the next one that I wanted to point out that I noticed with the participants, a couple of them it was extreme, like really happening, but everyone I think it's happening a little bit. When you have extra growth, if your partner's growing a lot too, usually that's, well, actually, yeah, I was gonna say, even if your partner's getting the healings, it could still be where like you're getting in each other's way a little bit, like their energy cords. Usually it's more extreme when you're the husband or the wife or whatever is not getting the healings, because then they maybe aren't as good at grounding. They don't know how to clear energy, so their partner growing is triggering them subconsciously. So then they're like, hey, don't grow so fast, you're triggering me. And those cords on a subconscious level kind of block you up. So I noticed with the participants at 3, 2, and 1, 3, 2, and 1, there was some stagnant energy around 3, 2, and 1. And part of it was, some of it's just old energy blocks that need extra attention, extra help to clear. So I'm just imagining, you know, 3, 2, 1 right out in front of me, you know, if I were just healing myself. And so that's what you can do. Just imagine your third chakra, second chakra, first chakra, and just, you know, surround them in gold light. You can imagine them small if you want, like 3, 2, 1. So you can surround them with gold light with just your hands like this. Unblock them in the front and the back, just lots of gold light. But yeah, chords from partners. I noticed that with probably about half of the participants right now are just having a little bit of chording, at least from a partner, from a parent, something like that. Just that's getting a little bit in the way. And so first thing we're going to do is just help everybody to release those chords and have less stagnation, particularly in 3, 2, 1, because that's where I noticed it the most, this chording and the stagnation. But then we're also going to help your partners and your loved ones, you know, whoever is courting you, so that they can chill out and not be so triggered about you, because otherwise they'll just do it again in like 3 hours. They'll court you again, you know. So we'll kind of do both aspects. But anyway, this is something that happens when you're growing. You know, it triggers people around you. It can also inspire people around you, but sometimes it, you know, the flip side happens and it triggers them subconsciously. And so then they're hoarding you and kind of, you know, help making you a little stuck. So again, I'm still healing 3, 2, 1 for everybody because I noticed, some people too, you know, they're undergoing physical procedures. You know, either they just went through surgery or, you know, like for example, cancer treatment or, you know, some sort of medical treatment, you know, pregnancy, you know, all sorts of reasons. But if your body's in a, you know, dealing with extra stuff because of all of the above, any of the above, like even a cold or a flu, you know, extra healing in the lower 3 chakras helps with that too. And also, I did a little bit of it, I think, in the first healing, the Friday healing of work-life balance, was just send a message down to your lower chakras, and you can send it to all your chakras, why not, cover your bases. But just, you know, send the message, I am safe, I am healthy, it's okay. You know, I mean, even if, yeah, I think I think even if, you have some extreme health problem, you can still send that message of I am healthy. You can say, I have vitality. I'm nurturing my vitality. You can always find some positive angle to sort of reinforce with your body. But if you don't have like a giant health issue, still validate your body. Just be like, hey, I'm healthy. It's okay. I'm healthy. And send that message to all your major chakras along your spine. When I talk, I'm also saying it to all the participants who are not all watching the live stream. And I could tell that totally worked. Everybody's third, second person's way opened up just with that message, just sending the messages of, hey, I'm healthy. It's okay. I'm safe. I'm healthy. I'm vital. I have vitality. I'm increasing my vitality. Fun stuff. All right. So how do chords from partners block you up? It's like say if you have an energy block, right? It might be a hard piece of energy. If someone's corded into it, it holds it in place, or it helps to hold it in place. So it's a lot easier for this thing to stay in place, this energy block. So if you melt the cords, then it's easier for the gold light and the flow that you have to just melt the energy block. All right, so now that extra step, which is done a lot in a video called Resolve Conflict and Boundary Issues, which I will link below later after the live stream is over, Resolve Conflict and Boundary Issues. But basically you are helping the people in your life so that they are more chilled out about you and they're more healthy and happy in their own life. So it doesn't have to be, it could be with people you really get along with, but maybe you feel like you still have some boundary issues, or just somebody you want to help and they're kind and you have no issues with them. It's just some nice stuff that you can do for yourself and that other person that is clean and karmically positive in that video, Resolve Conflict and Boundary Issues. So we're going to do the quick and dirty, like distilled version of that, which is just 2 different energy healing flowers. So I'm going to walk everybody through that. So basically you just think of, you can think of top 10 people in your life that either you have boundary issues with and you want to do it for that reason, or just people that you feel are kind and deserve a little help. And so just top 10 people, don't overthink it. Just, with the wise part of your spirit, just imagine, okay, the top 10 people. And I mean, if that blows your mind, just think of 3, whatever. But on a spirit level, people can do this no problem. So I'm walking them through doing the top 10. But anyway, just the first energy healing flowers will be, you can work with your angels. Just that kind of reminder, hey, you have angels, you can work with them, or your angels can help and guide you. Something like that. And so you just make energy healing flowers. You could make like 1 bunch and then just make it 10 different ones after that, like copy it 10 times or make 10 all at once, whatever. But of energy healing flowers, of like universal healing energy, all sorts of rainbow colors, but just make 10 bunches of flowers out in front of you and then just have that be in the message. So it's healing energy, universal healing energy, but it also has that message in it. Like, hey, you can work with your angels. Your angels can help and guide you. And then here's the important part, is have your angels double check these 10 bunches of flowers just to make sure that it's very clean. It's not like anything that would harm this person's free will. It's just a reminder of that fact, that they could work with their angels if they wanted. So it just takes a sec for your angels to double check all those flowers for those 10 different people. So everybody did that. So then you put the flowers at a respectful distance in front of each of those people. So say here's the front of their aura, then like 6 feet in front of that, just so it's really not in their face. It's like not even in their aura. You're putting it, way in front of their aura, and you just kind of say, here you go, and it's just sort of very hands-off kind of, I'm offering this to you, but it's okay if you don't receive it, so you just, kind of on a spirit level real quickly, just find that respectful distance for the 10 people, give them the 10 bunches of flowers, And I'm just making sure everybody understands on a spirit level. I think that respectful distance thing is confusing some people because they're used to giving people something like in their hands. But this is more respectful on a spirit level, not to give it to somebody in their hands or to hand it to them like on their lap or something. Because when you do that on an energy level, you're kind of imposing upon them. You're inserting something in their space, which is actually invasive. So even if, you know, hey, it was checked by the angels, what's the big deal? It's still, you know, people have free will. They should be, you know, to fully respect someone's free will, you don't require them to receive it, you know. And so this is the most respectful way that I know of, that the angels have taught me, is just to put it way in front of their aura so they can take their time or not receive it. I was just helping one person with their flowers. Okay, great. And the other thing is the other one, that bunch of flowers, usually that one, your angels can help and guide you. Usually that's enough. Well, if you've done it before with somebody, then usually that bunch of flowers is enough for them to be like, oh yeah, okay, sorry. And then they run and do their own thing. But another one that's nice is it's okay to let go. So you can just make that one for all your 10 people. It's okay to let go, but it's energy healing flowers, all different rainbow colors. And then just make 10 bunches and have your angels double check these flowers. So just say in your mind, angels, can you double check these flowers for these 10 people? And then just find that respectful distance in front of each of the 10 people and just lay the flowers out for them. Be like, hey, you know, if you want, here you go. So, like I said, that video, Resolve Conflict and Boundary Issues, does that a little more. Well, it does it more, for sure. Other aspects of it. So that's an option for you if you want. But I think we just bought everybody some more breathing room. So now you can get back to your enhanced growth, and the people in your life have been helped enough that they'll most likely leave you alone. If not, you know, just do those flowers again tomorrow. But if you really have a problem where like even daily flowers is not having somebody chill out about you, just comment under that video, Resolve Conflict and Boundary Issues, and I'll take a look at it. Yeah, that definitely helped. So now we're gonna do a little bit more of like unblocking the spiritual path out in front of you. So you just imagine like the road out in front of you for your spiritual path, and it's just for you. It represents, you know, what you're here to learn and experience in this life. So your spiritual path, and just you can use gold light and unblock it. And this video, if you want a video, own clear punishment, own path. Would be the video you could work more on that with. But essentially, it's like sometimes you have to clear the inner blocks too. It's like the outer blocks are a manifestation of what's blocked up inside you. So we want to do both. So really quickly, I'm just going to help people clear energy blocks that are inside of them. And I'm just doing that by gold light everywhere. You know, all the chakras, the whole aura, the grounding. But my intention is I'm helping, and so you can do this with yourself, you know, help yourself to melt away internal energy blocks that are also blocking your path forward. So any internal energy blocks that you have that are holding you back or blocking your way forward. So a lot of times it seems like other people or situations beyond your control are blocking your way forward, but usually that's not the case, and it's internal energy blocks that are allowing this situation to happen with the external people and events. So again, I'm just helping everybody to melt away internal energy blocks that basically hold back their positive change. All right. Just gotta check. The angels found me a sample person that I want to look at. All right, so you can have energy blocks like all around here, like in your first layer, which would cause you maybe to feel nervous or anxious. But a lot of times it's because of it's blocked up here below, because this is all the first layer, the closest aura layer all around you. And if it's blocked up under your feet, then everything else is going to start to back up too and get compressed. So I'm going to help people unblock right underneath their feet, their aura right beneath their feet. So if you're working on yourself, you can just imagine, okay, here are this is a copy of my feet, and then this is my aura below my feet. And just wash out, melt away the energy blocks with gold light. And a lot of this stuff can be very subconscious. So so you could have a compression right in your first layer, right beneath your feet, even if you're not consciously freaking out about something. You know, you're just a little uncomfortable. Maybe you just have a little tension. It could be because of this. Just a little too compressed, your aura right beneath your feet. Also, second layer, let's do that. Same thing though, right beneath your feet. Second layer right beneath your feet. I got many surveys were very positive about how people have been feeling since the Sunday healing, but I did get a couple there where they had like sadness or frustration, crankiness, and that's, emotional energy blocks would be second layer, right? So second layer down here, also second layer in front here. I mean, second layer everywhere, but if you only have like 5 minutes, then check here and check right under here. That get present in second and first chakra video, if you want to walk through. Does that a lot. But anyway, I noticed one of the people who was like, well, I felt cranky and sad and this and that, they had a lot of chords from their partner going into the energy blocks that were causing these feelings, these sensations of anxiousness. Anxiousness would be energy blocks in the first layer, because when it flows, you feel courageous. So when it blocks up, you feel anxious. And then second layer, when it flows well, you feel just emotionally well and positive and stable and strong. So anyway, they had chords from their partner going into the energy blocks, so they couldn't clear them. So it was like the whole day they just felt that way. So I'm just working in front of the first and second chakras in those two layers, first and second layer, and also underneath the feet. And it's funny because you'll say, well, how the heck does this relate to work-life balance? Well, it's all so interrelated. If you could have triggered second and first layer blocks by working your work-life balance, energy. It just stirs up stuck stuff, and then you got to clear it. So that's why a lot of these healings, it's like, it seems like I'm not talking, like I had one commenter once on a survey, she's like, you don't really deal much with the actual topic. And I think now she gets it, but it's like, really, you just have to say, okay, this is what we're working on, and you work on it like maybe a third of the time, but you're working on it the whole time because you've just stirred up all this extra stuff by saying, I'm going to work on this. And so it's all like, you got to do it all. You can't just talk about the topic the whole time because it's just not going to turn into real life transformation enough. I think that's sort of a flaw with a lot of a lot of classes or whatever. If they're like, okay, we're going to teach you this, but teaching you that very likely triggered a whole host of things that now are not cleared, so you can't really move forward with whatever you just got taught. You have to keep your flow. There we go. All right, very nice. Felt like people just got really big first and second layers now, much better flow. Yeah. And those feet chakra, we were healing feet chakra more in I think the Sunday healing, right? The big foot chakra in the arch of each foot, and then also all the little chakras in every joint of the foot and the ankle and the toes. So let's wake those up again. That's always positive. So hello to all the feet chakra. Hello to the feet chakra. All right. All right. So just going to do a little extra grounding, unblocking. I'm noticing people needed a little bit extra in the core center part of the grounding and also the very back part of the grounding. So if you're working on yourself, you can just make a big copy out in front of you of your grounding. And again, I would suggest that your grounding is as wide as your whole aura, but your copy can be whatever size you want. And just use gold light from your hands to help you let go of the blockages. And the blockages, if you want to imagine them and you don't see energy yet, a lot of times they look like rocks, big rocks, or little flat hard rocks, or big giant tree trunks of blocked energy. This may be in the positive change rain, that demo positive change rain video, but I'm noticing like at the very top and the very bottom of everybody's aura, so like the very top of the aura and then the very bottom of the aura, there's some energy blocks there, and so that is causing a little bit of compression everywhere. So, and I'm just helping people. I'm like, okay, you can let go, guys. You can let go. So if you want, you can kind of talk yourself into letting go. lot of times those energy blocks at the top and the bottom of the aura, it's like a group thing. Like it could be that there's a level of being blocked at the top and the bottom of the aura that everybody on the planet has right now, or everybody in your country has right now. But it doesn't mean that you have to match that, and maybe it's not everybody, but let's say most people. So it creates this sort of group vibe. So you can just melt that away though. You can just let go of the way everybody's stuck, or the way a lot of people are stuck. Just say, hey, I can let go. I need to be light and flowing. Oh, awesome. Okay. Oh, and if you sleep through this, that's fine too. I mean, I know someone said, "Oh, I'm still awake," which is fine, but some people, they'll be watching for like 20 minutes and then they decide to nap through the rest of it and they'll just watch it later, which is fine. Sometimes your spirit, I mean, just have your angels be like, just say, "Angels, help me do this healing," and whether you're awake or you're asleep, you can still receive it. Particularly if your angels are helping you. But either way, because if you're a paid participant, I'm looking at everybody and communicating, and the communication is already there. It's clean though. It's not like I'm corded into everybody, but it's, you could go to sleep and this healing would still happen. All right, so let's do overtly the theme, which would be work-life balance. So first we could just do the more obvious aspect of it, which is, okay, you have your work life and then you have your personal life. And let's just, you can imagine like a garden, like a three-dimensional space. If you want, imagine it as a garden, or you can imagine it as a beach or a forest or whatever that you like, whatever imagery you like. But just a place that is, it has two sections. There's a work section and a personal life section for you, representing your work life and your personal life. And you can just heal them, and that would help, heal those parts of your life. So again, a big garden, half of it is work life, half of it is personal life. And you can change around how you're imagining it. It's not like, you don't have to be perfect. But just use gold light, and kind of like if you're clearing out a room in your house, or you're clearing your whole house, or you're clearing your whole aura, just wash it out with gold light. One person, in comments, they had said before, they had said, well, my garden looks cloudy, and so I put extra gold suns, which is great, but also if it looks like it's shaded, look for what's shading it. There could be like a bunch of clouds above, which could be just like past life energy blocks, so just melt away. You can have a bunch of gold sun shining, but if there's anything blocking that, just, you could even like freeze whatever is blocking the sunlight to this garden and just hand it to your angels. And basically your idea, your intention would be, I only want to notice what's healthy and gentle for me to clear right now, so that you don't over clear. So I had one participant, and I think, and I think this is true in varying degrees for some participants. They feel like they're not clearing enough, that other people are more advanced than they are, yada, yada, yada. Or maybe they feel they're thinking of me and how much that I could clear, in a day, and they're trying to be me, they're trying to work at my level, but that's not going to work well. It just you be you. And in these group healings, they're called group healings just because I'm working with multiple people at the same time, but it's not like you guys are all mushed together in a group. That's not the way it works. Like, you're just with your angels, and then I'm interacting with you from afar. And, that's true, but it's like 80 different people, so, Joe Blow over here is not interacting with Betty Boop over here. So, like, because one person was like, oh, I'm going to have a surgery. Am I going to mess up the energy of the group? It's like, no, because it's not like you're all in a soup together. That's not how this works. Everybody is completely separate. So just be at your own, grow at your own pace, heal at your own pace, release only what's good for you to release. Don't think about how I would do it or how anyone else would do it. So, but anyway, I'm looking again at what blocks the sunlight from coming in and healing this work-life space for people. And I'm just freezing whatever it is that's blocking that and handing it to their angels. So you can do that for your space. Just freeze anything that's blocking, or if you see something kind of weird in the way, just freeze it and hand it to your angels. Or if you feel like that's too hard, you can just say, angels, can you get rid of that? And just, you know, with your mind, just say, angels, can you get rid of that? And that's fine too. So I feel like there is sort of like a metal grating, like it's like a series of bars that are metal that are just kind of wrecking the vibe in people's gardens a little bit. So I'm just melting that with gold light. Looks like past life baggage. And there's more cloudiness. And we haven't done many vacuum boxes, and I think those are good to do. So we could do vacuum boxes in the garden, but let's just do vacuum boxes too, like everywhere in your aura and your grounding and everything right now. We'll just have a vacuum box moment. So vacuum boxes are just these little temporary energy creations that you make, that they're just boxes. And you can make them clear with gold maybe. And when you turn them on with your remote control, they just suck up energy into the box that doesn't belong in your space. So beings, other people's energy, whatever. And then your angels recycle the boxes because you ask them to at the end when they're done. So you just make a bunch of boxes just real quick with your imagination or your mind or your thought or your intention. So just make a bunch in your grounding, a bunch of these vacuum boxes, make a bunch on either side of your aura, make a bunch in the bottom of your aura, in the top of your aura, make a bunch above your aura. You can make some, we did some, that was nice in a recent healing we did maybe in the last month. Make some in front of your neck and your shoulders, and behind your neck and your shoulders you can make a couple. And then you can imagine your spiritual path, you know, that road out in front of you that you travel on, and just put some vacuum boxes there too, so that'll help clear it out. And then you can put some in this garden that you're imagining, you know, make some vacuum boxes on each side, work life, personal side. And just turn them on all at once with one remote control, because it's cool that way. So just go, and they all start sucking up energy, you know, and you just relax and let it happen, and just let go. Let the vacuum boxes do their work. And then you can have your vacuum boxes kind of ring like ding, ding, ding when they're full. And then just say, angels, can you please recycle my vacuum boxes? And your angels, it's super easy for them to do this, even if you did put some everywhere. It's not a big deal for them. I will go back and answer questions later when the healing's done, just so you know. Okay, so back to the work and personal life garden. And I think now that we've done, that was nice. I just like feeling the before and after. It's like much more magical feeling afterwards now. It's like, what is that? It's like pretty. Everybody's gardens are more vivid, more colorful, more gentle. Does seem more gentle, more vivid. It's nice. All right. So now we can sort of change it so that you see another aspect of it. You can make your garden have 3 sections, work, life, personal work, and personal play, which I love. I think that's huge for me. And you know, one of my participants, I don't know if she's going to watch this, but I hope she does, because it could teach her something. But anyway, she was sad about winter coming, or well, fall coming and summer being over. And I think if you amp up your play section, I mean, I think for her, there were other truths that she needs to reflect upon. So there's more about why she's sad that she can really turn into information about what she really wants in life and turn that into growth plans and, you know, plans for change. But the simplest aspect of it is, you know, if you amp up your play section of your personal play section, then that might help you to feel better about fall and winter. So anyway, so you can have your garden have 3 sections now: work, personal work, and personal play. And just heal all 3 sections of your garden. If you really like this garden stuff, I do have an old guided meditation that does this with emotions, like that you have an emotional garden, and that's a recording on my website. On the free meditations menu, I think it's page 3 of 3, it has emotions in the title. But anyway, that's sort of like an emotion workout if you want to clear your emotions. Oh yeah, you know, one of my clients who's their partner was courting them a lot and they felt cranky all Sunday. I think that would be a good recording to revisit, that emotional wellness garden or whatever. And it says it in the title. But anyway, it's one of the guided meditations on my website. You can download for free to your desktop computer. Free meditations menu, page 3 of 3 of my website, which is janetwrightreadings.com. But anyway, right now we're doing a big garden for work life, personal work, and personal play. Oh, I'm thinking of one of my clients who is a participant. And she doesn't have the work that she really feels is best for her. And she wants to be able to stop working and, you know, rethink her career and all that. But financially, that's just not possible right now. But what I'm looking at is, even though consciously she feels like her work life is the problem, spiritually, there's like a really good way that she can start some changes right now, because her play section, her personal play section, is like super smushed. And that's been true even since she was a kid, and she's not a kid anymore. So, you know, expand, you can make, you know, you can change the size of your garden, you know, it's your garden, you know, and just make your personal play section as big as you need it to be. So I was just walking all the participants through doing that, because I can't really be like, okay, now your garden is bigger. You know, I just was like, okay, it could be bigger like this, but, and then I just helped everybody heal so that they could make their personal play garden as big as they really needed it to be. And then personal work, and then work. Personal work, you know, for some people it's like, for me it would be like doing taxes, you know, or all sorts of stuff around the house projects. Although summers I love doing them, so then that's more personal play. But you know, in your mind you might think, oh, well, I don't have time to get to that stuff because my work drains me so much, blah blah blah. But heal both gardens and you might be surprised. You know, you might be surprised at what you end up fitting in. You know, heal all 3 gardens: work life, personal work, personal play. For a lot of people, it's subconscious, but your ideas about authority or your ideas about responsibility or your ideas or baggage around your parents um, can affect all these three areas in ways that maybe you didn't realize. So you can just wash your parents out of all three gardens, wash all your family members out of all three gardens. Like it could be that, somebody in your life expresses themselves more with anger. Um, and maybe that triggers you, and then you don't play as much. And it's like they're not trying to get you to not play, but it's just this little chain reaction. So if you just wash everybody out of your gardens, it's nice. um, can removing energy blocks hurt? No, removing energy blocks does not hurt. It's not like you're taking a tooth out or something. You're just melting what you're ready to melt, so it's not a painful thing. I mean, if you're experiencing pain or discomfort right now, it may be somebody just ripped up your aura or something. But yeah, removing energy blocks, no, doesn't hurt. Nope. So I'm just checking everybody because we're really rocking. Like people just cleared so much with that. They're like almost done. I think I'm gonna do a little bit on that non-resistance zone again. The angels are suggesting that non-resistance zone. We did work towards the start of the Friday healing. We worked everybody's non-resistance zone. That's just I could put that video underneath later after the live stream is over. I'll put that video underneath in case you want to see it. But non-resistance zone is just the 50 feet around the outside of your aura that just is already there, and you just clear away whatever you don't want there. Like, a lot of times your inner resistance attracts to you stuff. And it gets all the way in your aura, or it just builds up in this non-resistance zone around you. So then you're walking around with this like concentrated version of group fear or group anger or group confusion, whatever. So it's really nice just to rinse that out. Lots of cold light. And two, sometimes you still have that inner resistance, so it's nice to acknowledge your inner resistance and release that also when you're clearing the non-resistance zone. So that way you don't just attract more within the next 24 hours. Okay, so we'll do one. I think we're near the end of the healing, but there's one extra thing the angel suggested, which I think it sounds really cute. With that garden with the three sections that you have, your work, and then your personal work and your personal play. You can put, because it's your energy space, it helps you to experience these things of your work, your personal play. You can put encouraging message flowers, healing energy flowers that have an encouraging message for you in these little spaces, because they're your spaces. You can do whatever you want. So, so let's do that. So, so yeah, we could do. I was thinking, I was getting stuck on like, well, which one do I want to do first? I think for clarity's sake, let's just, we'll do, work, personal play, just because that's how I've been saying them in that order. But if you want to do them in a different order, that's fine. But just go ahead and make healing energy flowers for your workspace. And, whatever. Like, for example, if you don't have the work that you feel you want, you could just say, I am open to my angels helping me with my current work, but also my, you know, the work that I truly want to have someday. You know, I'm open to the angels helping me with my workspace, something like that. Or, but a lot of people too, it's like their work, they're like overworking a little bit, like they don't maybe take a deep breath break, or so your message flowers might be, I can nurture myself as I work. I can be productive and healthy at the same time, something like that. So it's up to you, but just write, make some encouraging message flowers for yourself out of healing energy, rainbow color and healing energy, and have your angels double check. So just make some nice encouraging flowers for your workspace, have your angels double check it, and then put that in your workspace. And if you're retired, I mean, you could have like volunteer work and make that your workspace, or some like specific project that you've been trying to do. You can have a unique space in your garden just for that one project that you've been working on, or that you haven't been working on but you want to get to. That could be an option for that third section of your garden, or just don't have a third section. That's fine too. But a lot of retirees that I know certainly have different projects they're working on. So you could have personal work, but then you could have that one project that's, more of like your holy grail project, and give that its own space in your garden. All right, so then let's do personal work space and make encouraging message flowers for that part of your space. And if you can't think consciously of what those encouraging messages would be, just think it. Just have your intention be, okay, encouraging messages for my workspace, for my personal workspace. And your spirit will do it, because your angels are double checking too. Okay, so encouraging messages for you for your personal workspace. So personal work, personal projects that it's not your career, you don't get paid for it, but you still want to get them done. Angels, double check my messages for my personal workspace. And then you can put them in your garden, because this is your garden, so you can put them everywhere, like plant them like flowers or whatever. I was just making sure everybody did it. All right, and then energy healing flowers for your personal play space. So whatever encouraging messages that you need for your personal play space, like maybe, hey, it's okay to play. I can be responsible and also have playfulness. I could be a good person, but also have as much playfulness as I want. It's okay to play. Whatever, today is the best day to play. Yeah. Whatever encouraging messages you need in your play space, your personal play space. Some moms, of young children, maybe you might want to put in your play space, hey, I need to play too. Because obviously you might be more geared towards helping your children play and sort of overseeing them and everything. So you might have a very smushed personal play space. All right, so it is okay to play. All right, good. So I'm going to check everybody, make sure that didn't trigger too much. Checking beneath the feet, the aura beneath the feet. Three, two, one again is a little compressed back here. down here, and then just the chakras 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to repeat that. I think it's just, you know, internal energy that's been holding you back in 3, 2, and 1. So I'm just running gold light in front of and behind 3, 2, and 1. We could even do sticky gold wax. I'll put that in the sticky gold wax 7 chakras is in the title of that video. We really only need it for 3, 2, 1. I guess we could do it for all the chakras, just why not? So gold wax up and down, all around, all gold healing energy wax all around all your chakras. And then just kind of split the wax a little bit so that you can take it off in pieces. And the wax adheres to any chords that you need to release or any energy blocks that are okay for you to release right now. And you can do it again, more sticky gold wax around all your chakras, all your physical chakras, all your astral body chakras, and then split the wax. And then just take it off in sections and give that to your angels. And that, there you go. There's also a video of supersized chakras. I haven't suggested that one in a long time, but the angels are mentioning that. So if you feel like you have a lot of like lower chakra issues that get present in second and first chakra, one is nice. But if you feel like you're just not rooted enough and maybe you're too cranky or you're too anxious or something, that supersized chakras does a lot of that kind of work we just did. It focuses on 3, 2, 1 in particular, and the legs and everything. So supersize chakras is in the title, and I'll link it below after the live stream's over. Okay. Just checking everybody. The aura, chakras, grounding. All right. So then you can just ask your angels for a healing and a blessing. And, you know, just with your mind, angels, can you please give me a healing and a blessing? And if you want, you can also ask Archangels Ariel and Jophiel, just because those are the ones that are helping me, and they're like, yeah, sure, ask us. So Archangel Ariel, Archangel Jophiel, can you please give me a healing and a blessing? That's what you would ask in your mind. And then just breathe and relax, and you could think about it's okay to let go. It's okay to receive this healing. So all the participants on a spirit level are thanking me, and I'm thanking them. We're all like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's very cute. So cool. So the healing is over. I think I got pretty much, there were only a few questions during the healing. I usually, I don't, like, it's not a Q&A thing during a healing. But if you have a question now that was like a burning question that you want to ask, if you type fast before we're done, I might answer it. But somebody said, how about my mom courting me? And she's not courting you right now. I mean, she's she's a little bit in your grounding. That's all. So she's not courting your aura or your chakras, just your grounding. Some people, it's like that, like you're grounding, go straight down, but like people can kind of go in, a little, like hook into it. So just, wash everybody out if you're grounding. But, if somebody that you care about is in your grounding, you can say, hey, you could have your own grounding, and just remind them of that, and have your angels bless the message flowers, put it at a respectful distance, but you could say, hey, your angels can help you to ground. That could be your message flower for them. And then have your angels double check it, put it at a respectful distance in front of them. And then that could really help them. And it could help you for like the next week too, because they'd be more grounded and out of your grounding. All right, cool. So everyone's just saying thanks on a spirit level, not much chatty. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I did want to just say again, there are 11 spots left for the Healing Masterclass, which is in this coming Sunday, the 15th. So it's really that easy to watch people out, yeah? Yes? Yes, it is that easy. I mean, if you have a loved one who is very unstable and focused on you, then you do those message flowers, you help them if you want, Otherwise, you just wash them out and kind of hold your ground and ask. You can have your angels say, angels, can you please, protect me, give me extra protection between me and that person. And then your angels can make like big gold walls in between you and that person. And that can help too, of course. But that video, resolve conflict and boundary issues, it should help the loved one to chill out enough that they're not like hell-bent on being in your space anymore. Thank you for the healing. I think the blue sponge for memory really helps to be productive too. Yeah. Yeah, I forget the name of that one. Does it just say blue sponge? No, I forget what it's called. I think it does have blue sponge in the title. So you could search YouTube Janet Ray blue sponge. I'm starting to notice the physical sensation of a cord when it happens and when I heal it. If I react to feeling someone's intrusive cord, does that attract more? No, it just glues it in place if you freak out. Thank you for answering. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if you can't wash somebody out of your space, I mean, something else is going on. A, you could help them to chill out. But B, it could be, something within your space isn't quite right. Maybe your grounding's messed up or your aura is all damaged. So you're just kind of in a bad space at the time. So things, usually energy healing is pretty simple. I mean, you have to be determined to do it, and be like, I am now doing this. That's why I use a journal when I meditate a lot, because sometimes, you start thinking about 5 other things. So just write down what you're working on, and that way you can look down when you get all distracted and be like, oh, that's what I'm working on. Let me go back to that. Blue sponge for memory. Blue sponge, yeah. Thank you for the answer. Love the finale to give to ourselves. Oh yeah, the message flower. Yeah, I needed that. I needed my little play flowers. It's okay to play. It's okay. All right. Well, maybe we should wrap up. I was gonna read the upcoming themes just because I know them, and then the November themes are. I'm gonna post those this Sunday. Because this Sunday is the 15th. It's like so much is happening this Sunday because it's the Healing Masterclass is this Sunday. And the theme is abundance. Yay. And like I said, there are 11 spots left, which could be for you if you haven't yet gotten one for yourself, or it could be also for a loved one. Abundance can also work like safety and courage, all the first chakra stuff. So for example, if you have a kid, maybe abundance, you're thinking, well, my kid doesn't need abundance because I pay for everything they have, But maybe if your kid needs more courage, or more of a feeling of safety and stability, then the abundance one would be good for that, because it's the same energy center for chakra, for abundance and safety and courage. So if you feel like your kid needs help in any of that, it'd be good. Plus, all these healings, they just help with everything, because we do so much overall work. Deep Thought Healing Blue Sponge is the video. Good. All right, so yeah, so reading upcoming themes. Abundance is this Sunday in less than, it's 5 days away. Usually it's further back in the month, but because it's the third Sunday, but the third Sunday is coming real soon this month. Next month, the triplet healing for next month is transform your living space. That is really interesting. It does look like people kind of get how interesting it is already, because the people have been paying for it at a pretty decent rate so far. But like your home, you wake up and you go to sleep in your home, and you interact with your loved ones maybe in your home, unless you're single. Well, then maybe if you're living with a parent or something. But like, even just if you live by yourself in your home, the energy that you set your home at, and how you create your home physically, but more the energy that leads to the physical part too, it makes a huge difference in how empowered you are, how good you feel. And I think healing your home, it's huge for empowerment. Like, I don't usually talk about it, but a lot of, a lot of times you don't, well, other people, maybe you guys just learn from my videos for free on YouTube, but people that don't know about that stuff, they might go somewhere to get, to like learn healing somewhere at a school or something. And maybe they feel good when they go there for classes, but then they go home and their home is kind of uninspired. So they're like, I got to go back there. I feel good when I go back there. But if you know how to heal your home and clear out any stagnant energy or any sort of unsafe energy or anything that's at all uninspiring in your home, then your home can be like this amazing, miraculous oasis for you. And it can be safe, and it can be, really like, the safest, most beautiful thing. And it doesn't, I mean, it may make you a little pickier about where you go out in the world, because your home is so darn nice, energy wise. But I think it's good for empowerment too, because then you can heal yourself and be at home. And so you don't have to go back to that school to feel good, because you can be in your home and feel like, $1 million, because you can heal yourself and you can be in your empowering home space. And because you wake up every morning and you're in your home. So you want your home to be, I would encourage everyone to have your home be as good energy as you can get. So anyway, that's what we're going to work on. And the interesting thing too is, a lot of it is impacted by past life baggage, because obviously you've had a home of some sort, during every past life. And so different experiences in those homes could still be impacting subconsciously how you create this home and the energy of your current home. So, your experiences in this life, earlier in this life, obviously impact it, but also past lives. So we're gonna, since it's a triplet set, we'll have a lot of, be 3 healings, so we'll be a lot of room to kind of help people transform their living space. So exciting. And then the Healing Masterclass in October is clearing avoidance, which is so funny, because some of the people who need it the most are not going to do it. Because why? Because they're avoiding it. So that's funny. If you really don't want to do clear avoidance, I would question, like, maybe I'm so avoidant that topic freaks me out. In which case you really need it. But anyway, it's a healing to help you not be so avoidant. And like, for example, you might not think of yourself as avoidant, but maybe you think you're not as self-assertive, like you don't stand up for yourself. Well, that could be, it's sort of 2 sides of the same coin. If you're avoiding things, then you're going to kind of go around obstacles rather than clearing them out of your way. So it's going to help all the other things too: confidence, self-assertiveness, yada yada. All right, so that's those are the upcoming ones. But then for November, I'll those will be on my website this Sunday, and my individual sessions for November also go up this Sunday on the 15th. Those will go up at a very set time. It's like about 6.5 hours after this live stream start time in the day on Sunday. You know, it's the times are posted on my website, but those sell out very fast. So with that, you have to know exactly, you know, you to be at your computer ready to buy when they go up if you want to try for an individual session. But anyway, oh, but I will say though, you know, there was a newbie and she's going to do the healing masterclass, and I think that's great because initially she was thinking, well, I want a reading, you know, or something, because she used to get my old readings and she found they helped her with clarity and feeling less overwhelmed. But you know, I still help everyone with that, but usually it's more within this healing context, because if your energy's flowing right, you feel way less confused and you have way more clarity. So don't write off the healings. Basically, sometimes people get very set in their ways, like, oh no, I don't need a healing, I need a reading, and you know, I can't. I'm just looking at that going, you know, but whatever. People get their little set ways, but I would encourage you to be open-minded, I guess is the way to say it. All right, cool. You guys are so awesome. I'm going to go ahead and type goodbye, and then I'll wait like a minute to hear some other people's goodbyes. And here's Bambi saying hi. Hi, Bambi. Oh, isn't that nice? She showed up to say goodbye to everybody. Hi, Bambi. You're so sweet. Yes, you are. All right, so you can say bye, Bambi, if you want. No more lion. Oh, good, good, yeah. All right, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna say bye. Uh, um, so I'm just saying thanks, everybody. Happy work, play, personal. Happy work, personal, play, personal. I don't know, I get it confused. Happy, happy. Beautiful cat. Bye, bud. Bye. Bye, everybody. Let's see how many people are watching right now. I think at one point we had 24 people watching. I don't know how many people are watching right now. All right. Well, Bambi says goodbye. I'm gonna go have a nice big elaborate breakfast. I didn't have an elaborate breakfast already. I had soup, but it was excellent soup. I made some kick-ass soup last night. I think this triplet set is helping my soup abilities, which were pretty good before, but I made some really good soup. Bye, everybody. Bye. Oh, 14 are watching right now. Such a sweet cat. Yeah, she is our sweetest cat by far. She does growl at her brothers, but they bully her. So then when they're anywhere near her, she starts growling at them. She's like, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Alrighty. Bye. I'm gonna stop for now, for real now. But like I said, the next live stream is in only 5 days, which is pretty amazing. The Healing Masterclass on Abundance, which starts at the same time as this one did. I'll put the event up on YouTube so you can see it. Today I'll put that up. But you can, there's 11 spots left. You can buy that on my website, which is janetwrightreadings.com. So the same name as this YouTube channel, and then .com. Share soup recipe. Well, I don't know if you would like it. I mean, I like do a vibrational thing, like what do I need, you know? But it was split peas, lentils, carrots, celery, a lot of different spices, zucchini, um, and delicata squash was in there too. Like a smaller delicata squash was in there, and fresh basil was in there. And then the spices were coriander, cumin, turmeric, and a little bit of powdered ginger, and some olive oil. There's my recipe. Oh, and some seaweed to balance out the warming spices. Just a little bit of seaweed to because all those spices are warming, and so the seaweed is like yin nourishing because the warming spices are yang, and so you want to balance it out a little. But you don't want to balance it out too much with too much seaweed because then you could get chilly, get cold. But anyway. Alrighty. Bye. Congratulations on all your self healing. You guys are super cool.